welcome back to my channel. In today's video I wanted to talk about what to do after a pregnancy loss or a miscarriage and how to basically get back into the swing of things, because if you are going through this, then my heart really goes out to you. I understand how difficult it can be, and it is like one of the most hardest things we can go through as a woman. I just recently had my second miscarriage in a row, so I'm experiencing this alongside with you guys, and I just wanted to share my tips and tricks on how to give yourself compassion and self-care. So I guess that brings us on to the first point, and that is self-care. It is so important to give yourself self-care during this hardship. Go and just take some time out for yourself, allow yourself to grieve, find some positive distractions, throw yourself into nature, have a nice meal, and again, give yourself compassion, because this is a loss that you're experiencing and your feelings are so valid, and it's something that you need to, I guess, address and try not to push down. I think it's so important to allow these emotions to flow in and out of you. So what I really love to do is we love to get into nature and just go to the beach and go to the mountains and do lots of bushwalking and animal watching. We love just the little things like going on picnics and getting a donut, and to me it's just soaking in those little memories that have such a big impact. So the next tip is to take time off social media. This can be such a rabbit hole, and I have to take that 1 to 2 weeks offline to be able to process my emotions without any external comparison, because I feel like in these situations it is so easy to fall into that comparison pattern and to compare your situations to others, and that is going to do more harm than good. Everybody's feelings are valid. Everybody experiences these events differently, and we all have our different coping mechanisms and our ways of dealing with these traumatic situations. So just allowing yourself to breathe is so important, and to just not get caught up in that social media rabbit hole. Tip number 3 is to connect with friends and family. You are truly not alone. Even connect with your online community. Just find those support groups and allow yourself to be able to process these emotions with the helping hand of your loved ones. It is so powerful to open up and to, I guess, express yourself, and just to have that listening ear and have that safe environment where you can truly authentically be yourself and be able to grieve. I do not know what I would do without my support network. Those are the things that truly got me through these hardest parts. Tip number 4 is to journal, read, and reflect. I do a lot of my journaling on Instagram. I really utilize that platform to, I guess, express where I'm at in life. But journaling is so incredibly powerful, and to be able to look back and reflect on where you were at that time and where you are now, it's astronomically amazing, and it can just be a really powerful tool to get what's inside your head and be able to express yourself. Another thing that I love doing is free writing. So free writing is where you just write whatever comes out on paper. It doesn't even have to make sense. You can just write it out and get whatever's in here onto your paper to kind of vent. It's a really powerful tool. Tip number 5 is getting back into a good routine. Obviously you have to allow yourself to heal through this process, but routines are so incredibly powerful. You can set yourself some new goals, and one thing that I've done this time round is gotten back into yoga and exercising, made like juice making part of my routine, and waking up at certain times. So I wake up at 6:30 every morning or earlier. I never used to set an alarm, but I think it's really powerful to have that consistency in your life when it feels like sometimes the walls are falling down around you. It is just, again, incredibly powerful what a routine can have. I think it's important to have that flexibility, but if you can adapt a routine into your life, then it gives some type of consistency. Tip number 6 is choosing a memorable item. I ended up getting a plaque made for my first miscarriage, but I do associate my second miscarriage to that plaque. It's kind of like a memorable item for all of my pregnancy losses. Another memorable item that I got was this plant. This is my peace lily, and this is a really special plant because I got it when I had my first loss. Again, I associate my second loss to these plants as well, and yeah, they're just really special to me. So I just wanted to end on a quote, and it is, "Miscarriages are labor, miscarriages are birth. To consider them less dishonors the woman whose womb held life, however briefly." And that is from Catherine Reederman. And I think that is so incredibly powerful, because one thing that I've noticed a lot in the miscarriage community is you can compare yourself to others, or you don't think that like your loss is valid because it was earlier rather than later, or you had a chemical pregnancy and you somehow don't feel like you can grieve that. Every loss is a loss, no matter what duration it was. I feel like my chemical pregnancy loss was harder than my clinical pregnancy loss. I think that each loss hits you so incredibly differently, and we have to remind ourselves that we still are grieving. We are grieving a loss, and it's important not to compare. It's important to allow yourself the space to truly, authentically grieve. And with all that said, I'm here for you guys. I am so happy to have a conversation. If you need to reach out, you can contact me on my socials, that's in the description box. Message me on Instagram or comment on YouTube and we can connect. I think it's so incredibly powerful to really pull on your community when you are experiencing this. And I want you to know that you are not alone, and that the timing is undivine, and whenever it's meant to happen, it will happen. And you just have to let go of trying to control the situation. I know how hard it is, but I think the biggest thing, again, is giving yourself compassion. So with all that said, I'm going to love you and leave you guys, and I truly hope that you have an amazing week. Bye.